So today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where Bosnia and Herzegovina snaps. They're done. You know, in my videos, they kind of get bullied a lot, and usually one of two things happens to Bosnia, and those two things being, you know, them sinking into the ocean, or them erupting into a civil war and getting taken over by Croatia or Serbia. Bosnia is probably my most disrespected country, so if you're from there, I sincerely apologize to you because, you know, it's not fair, but I'm giving you a video now. Hopefully this makes up to it. So today, like I said, we're going to look at Bosnia, you know, taking a lot of drugs and messing a lot of countries up. I am going to talk about something real quick. I recommend that you don't skip ahead in the video, but if you want to get straight to the mapping, go do so. Don't click off, because that would be, I mean, come on now. But I just got back from the Caribbean, and I visited 3 countries. And I was thinking about doing a live stream on it. Now, I said that I was going to do it, but I ended up not having enough time to do it. But now I'm rethinking of doing it sometime soon. So you guys let me know if you do want to see that in the comments. I'm also happy to announce that there's going to be a new series coming to the channel. But it's not exactly what you think it is. I know a lot of people are going to say they think they know what it is, but it's going to be like a weird Frankenstein, kind of not what you think it is, but also what you'll see. I'm going to drop a trailer for that eventually. But yeah, so let's get to the mapping now. I'm also a little bit sick, if you can't tell. All right, so Bosnia and Herzegovina. I apologize once again. I think the way we start this mapping video is they go after Croatia and eventually Serbia. Now, in real life, Bosnia and Herzegovina is not a very capable country, which might be the reason it always gets ran over in my videos. But we'll be giving it a shot this time. We're going to be giving them a few million manpower and a few decades ahead technology so they're able to do what they need to do. But they send their armies right into Croatia and they split the country into 2. They take over all the important parts of Croatia, and they take over the northern half, and they slowly slither into the southern half, retaking their rightful coastline and eventually eliminating Croatia as a country. I will be trying to do this video a little bit different, and I'm not going to have Bosnia and Herzegovina fully annex every single country that they come across. Now, I am doing that with Croatia here, and that's mostly because of the fact that they're landlocked, but they're also going to go after Slovenia next, and Slovenia is also not a very strong country. It's a very NATO-reliant country. So Bosnians and Herzegovinans, they all go up in Slovenia. They take over their capital, which is and eventually Slovenia no longer exists, as it is rightfully annexed by Bosnia and Herzegovina. So now we have this weird northern Yugoslavia Frankenstein monster between the Bosnians, the Serbs, Herzegovinians, the Croats, and the Slovenians, and the Italians, and some Hungarians and Austrians and Montenegrins maybe. But yeah, it doesn't matter though, because this is Bosnia's video. Okay, they don't care. So like I said, I don't want them to annex every single country because that would be boring. I do that in every single snap video. So yeah, they're going after Serbia next. And also I do want to mention real quick, off topic, so if you want to skip ahead again you can, but don't. This video, I apologize for its existence. Ever since I got back from my vacation, my detour from America, I just have had a lot of things to do, you know, catching up with schoolwork. It's 10:50 right now. I just finished schoolwork like 5 minutes ago. I've been working on that for like 4 hours. And I still have more to do. I have like a bunch of tests to make up. I have a project I need to do, but I got all my assignments done. So that's the important thing. But now I finally have time to do YouTube, but the only issue is it's 10:50 p.m. at night. I'm tired. I still got some other things that I need to do. So yeah, I do apologize for the existence of this video. If I had more time, I would make a better video, but unfortunately, time is not my ally right now. So this is what we got by Saturday's video. I promise from here the content will be getting better. I have a winter break coming up. I just got this new idea in my head, which I think is gonna actually like be amazing. It's gonna work for everyone. Hopefully, I mean, it may make some people mad, but I doubt it because it's new. It's something really new. So yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to it. It involves mapping, so that's good. You know, I don't think I'll ever be able to get back into mapping like I was 2 years ago, but I do think there's some room for me to kind of like get involved enough to where it doesn't look like I'm miserable every time I make a video. And no, I'm not miserable making this video. I swear. I'm just sick right now. I'm tired, and I do want to get this video over with. I'm kind of sad that I can't do what I want to do right now, because you know it's almost 11 o'clock at night. But once again, this is just a bridge video, so I do apologize for its quality if it's bad or if it seems rushed. I'm trying to not make it rushed, and you know I'm trying to enjoy it. Anyway, back to mapping. All right, the Bosnians. Yeah, in the title of this video, I know it's gonna say what if Bosnia snapped, and I know technically it's Bosnia and Herzegovina. However, I'm not gonna put that in the title because that would be way too long of a title, and also it's not as catchy as, you know, just Bosnia. So Bosnia, speaking of them, they're pushing into Serbia, and they're really close to the capital of starts with an S. I'm blanking out right now. When I was in the Caribbean, I like didn't have any service, so like I was kind of cut off from the world for a little bit, kind of lost my touch a little bit. But don't worry, that's not going to be an issue in later videos. Hungary is going to third party in this war, and they're going to take over the northern parts of Serbia and sign a truce with Bosnia. We also see Kosovo rebel against Serbia. Now, take this as you will. Some countries recognize it as a country, some people don't. So really, I mean, this could just be Kosovo declaring its independence, or it could just be Kosovo doing nothing since it's already independent. Different people have different views on that, so take that as you will. Doesn't matter though, because they're not going to be doing anything anyway, and instead we just have the Bosnians getting their sweet revenge on the Serbs for you know, always indexing parts of them in my videos. Eventually, we do have the Serbians surrendering over to the Bosnians, and we can take a peek at a peace treaty. We see that Hungary was able to take over the northern part of Serbia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina was able to take over the western part of Serbia, and the rest of Serbia is made into a puppet of Bosnia. So we have the independence of Kosovo, which is pretty significant in real life. If they were to fully get independence and were to be able to be fully recognized, which in this case I'm sure they would be, since, you know, Bosnia would probably grant the recognition of Kosovo by defeating Serbia, they would likely unite with Albania into one Albanian country. And from here we have Bosnia and Herzegovina going after their next victim, which is Montenegro. Montenegro is a pretty small country. There's not many people there who would be willing to fight up against this monstrosity. Sorry, not a monstrosity, beautiful empire. And yeah, the Bosnians are going to sweep in. They're going to take over the coastal areas, take over some major cities, and eventually they'll collapse the militaries into pockets and take out those pockets. No, they're going to fully annex them. I know I said that I wasn't going to do that anymore, but I lied. All right, Bosnia and Herzegovina is looking like Yugoslavia over here, and honestly I don't think they want that repetition, so they are going to go after their largest country yet, and that country is Italy. Now, how are they going to do this? Well, remember, I did say that Bosnia and Herzegovina is a little bit, you know, they're buffed, they're off the perk, you know, they're going a little cray cray, you know, and they're also gonna get some help from France. Now, France has no business being in this war, if I'm being honest, but you know what, the French, they want their new empire, and that involves taking over Italy. That's completely off topic. Also, if it isn't obvious already, NATO doesn't exist, because if it did, this video would be impossible. But yeah, the French going from the west, there's some mountains here, so they're gonna take their sweet time. But for the Yugoslavians, sorry, the Bosnians, they will go ahead and they will go ahead and they will go ahead. Yep, down the Italian coast, they take over Venice, and they start to push over towards the French front line, although they really don't have any ambitions of linking up with the French. They make a naval landing over here, and then another one on the boot. And really, it just looks like Italy is incompetent. And you know, they really are, because there's a certain little thing that happens. It's called the big ol' switcheroo. Portions of Italy start to rise up against the Italian government in favor of not fighting this war. This part's over here. The northern part, they link up with the Bosnians, and a lot of the Mediterranean area, well, I mean, the whole thing is Mediterranean, but the southern Mediterranean area, they're going to rebel. And what we have from here is, well, basically just a collapse of Italy. They still do hold on to Rome, but they lose all their northern parts, even though they're Alpine mountains, but bear with me. They do make a small incursion into the rebellious parts, being over here, but, you know, it doesn't really matter because the Bosnians are coming and they are hungry. As you saw, they did do a counterattack that goes pretty well for them. However, in the south, they are left fairly weak as the Bosnians sweep up and eventually take Rome. With the fall of Rome, we have the French making a landing off of Corsica and the complete surrender of Italy. Now, realistically, Italy would not lose a war to Bosnia. To France, that would be more of an evenly matched fight. Even with the help of Bosnia, I don't think France would be able to fully take on Italy. But since Bosnia, like I said earlier, was buffed, they are able to do this. Alright, so breaking down this peace treaty here, we see the Italian peninsula is once again divided into a million different areas. We have the Bosnians taking over some of these Venice areas up here. They also take a lick of the boot over here. And a majority of Italy, or the southern part of it, I guess I should say, is puppeted by Bosnia. So we have the Southern Italian Republic. We have France taking over all of Sardinia and a good portion of Western Italy. The rest is left as, you know, the Italian faction that rose up. And, you know, there could be some tension between this and this, because, you know, the Rising Up had a majority stakes in this southern area. So, you know, maybe like these guys are a little salty, but, you know, they got their new republic, so they really can't say too much right now. Anyway, Bosnia's gonna go ahead and sign its first alliance, being with Hungary as well as Albania. Instead of invading Albania, you know, they sought to just be friends with them, because you don't have to kill if you don't have to. They're mainly worried about like the entrance into the Adriatic Sea. I'm not sure why though. I mean, they own it, so it doesn't really matter too much, I guess. But yeah, Albania, they shared a common enemy with Serbia, who is a puppet, so yeah. All right, well, Hungary wants to reform their empire, and Bosnia's on board with that. So now these two countries are going to attack Austria. And if you know anything about Austria, there's a lot of mountains there. But fortunately, Vienna is very close to Hungary. And with the aid of Bosnian troops who were pushed up over to here on this front line, they were able to quickly take over that. And Austria pretty much resorts over to guerrilla warfare. Now, I know this is technically illegal, but Germany is going to go ahead and get involved in this. And they're going to start to take over areas of Austria in order to save them from the Bosnians and the Hungarians. And now I know the Alpine Mountains here, they're here, and invading them is impossible, but I really don't care. And I know realism is an important factor, but for the sake of Austria, they were going to be divided like this between the two teams. Germany will agree to a treaty with the Bosnians, and they will meet in Vienna to divide up Austria. All right, so Austria will be partitioned into 3 parts. One of these parts will go over to the Bosnians, being the southern part. We have the Hungarians getting a pretty large chunk out of Austria, and the rest, which is the largest piece, will go over to Germany. So now we have our world map looking like this. Germany barely looks any different, but they are. Pretty sure Austria and Germany are not allowed to be under one rule because of, you know, the thing that happened in 1939. Just World War II, you know, the largest conflict in history. Man, I am struggling to talk. But now Central Europe is actually, well, I guess this is Southern Europe. It's starting to look a little interesting, you know, a little unique. Also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a beanie, my hair is just a mess. I don't know why. I'm gonna take a nice warm shower after this. It sounds amazing right now because I'm all stuffed up and stuff. But yeah, as you'll notice, the Bosnian Empire really can't expand anymore. You know, it has a peace treaty with these guys, and then they're surrounded by allies. So Hungary is gonna go ahead and do a side quest. They will invade and annex all of Slovakia. And you know, I think that's actually gonna be it for Hungary. I was gonna have them invade Czechia, but I don't think that's too ethical of them. Mostly because this actually looks like a pretty cool country with its borders. So yeah, we're gonna leave it as is. Now Hungary, in real life, their empire expanded down over here, which included parts of Slovenia and Croatia. But as we know, those areas are currently under occupation by none other than the Bosnians. Skipping ahead a few years into the future, we could see the annexation of the puppets by Bosnia. The most likely reason for something like this happening is, well, I guess dissatisfied people, you know, people who don't want to be a part of the Bosnian Empire, because these lands were once ruled by not the Bosnian Empire, so they could annex the puppets to have full control over them and to prevent anything from happening. We could also see another war over here between France and Italy and Bosnia, this time leading to the complete collapse of Italy and the victory for the French and the Bosnians. So now Bosnia has a majority control over the Italian peninsula and the Balkan area, doing what Mussolini couldn't do. Beyond this, I don't really know where else they'd expand. I don't think they'd fight a war with France. In fact, you know, maybe they even invite France to their own alliance, which would be very unstoppable. We have ourselves a new axis here in Europe. Maybe Albania does some incursions in North Macedonia with the help of Bulgaria, who joins in with the red team. Romania, I don't really see them. I mean, they're not friends with Hungary, so you know, we could see a whole Transylvania retake thing, and Romania kind of gets partitioned up, and then this unites with Moldova, so we have a new country here. I don't know, I feel like this would be it for them. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, and I'm sorry that's a short one, I really, as you can hear, I don't feel that great right now. Hopefully my voice comes back, because you know, kind of need it to do YouTube. I mean, I guess I could just start doing sign language, right? But yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for sticking with me, bearing with it. I know my voice right now probably is not very soothing. I mean, my voice was never soothing to begin with. I hate my voice. I wish it was deeper. Right now it's deeper, but it hurts to talk. So yeah, that's something. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video on Saturday. See ya. I don't know why I did that. That's a weird outro.
And of course, thank you to all the super fans, which include Matthew Newman, Yam, Kali Speaks Plays, Shadow Gamer Z, Deva Edits, Mr. Bonk 7, Hammer Toad 45, Patrick Clauser, Connor the Gamer, Texan Cowboy Cheese, Poland Country Ball, Yakko, Nevada Garbage Trucks, DW Cool Dude, Soviet Ball, and Serminator. Once again, thank you guys.